I was so shy in high school I couldn't get up in front of a room of 22 people and put on a speech. My first public speaking engagement, I talked to 40,000 in the Tacoma Dome. And here I am, public speaking. Go back and ask my 9th grade teacher if he thinks David Strait would be up in this ring. I don't know. But I don't quit. All right. And looking. What source did you use to accurately trace your ancestry? Lots of sources. Never rely on one. I use Ancestry's app to hold it all because I like the way the app works. But I've used lots of sources to put the names in there, okay? And to check them, recheck them, and verify everything. What do I do when CPS is at my door with a warrant? I have a one-page document that I created. I'll tell you the quick story. There was this little gal with a little kid. They live in the state of Nevada. I just put on a seminar in Utah in July. Hotter than heck in Nevada in July. I'm driving home back to Oregon, and I get a phone call. She says, David, CPS is at my door. What do I do? I says, tell them you're on the phone with your lawful counsel, and they're going to have to wait, and then let them hear you slamming the door and deadbolt and lock. And you'll be right with them. I said, grab a yellow pad and a pen and go sit at the dining room table and take this down. And I have a warning notice in this book that I told her word for word for word. And I said, now, what are they doing? When she was all done writing it out by hand. I said, what are they doing? And she says, well, she peeks out the window and she says, well, they're sitting in the car in the air conditioning. I said, darn it, I really wanted them to just wait and sweat on the porch. I said, open the door enough to motion them to the door. Do not open it more than half an inch. Block it with your foot. And then when they get there, say, my legal counsel told me to write this down and hand it to you. And shove the papers through that half-inch slot in the door. And then let them hear you shut it and deadbolt it really quick. If you open the door for them, it's consent. But you got to pass papers through it. It's the only way to do it. So make sure they know you're not letting them in. Okay? They read the notice, they got in their cars, and they drove away, and they never came back. I went home to bed, I got on my computer, I wrote out what I told her to say, and that's another thing, I think God gave me a lot of the words. Told her to say, and I made a one-page document. We hit the social medias with all the Child Protective Services, what do you call them? Now, the Child Protective Services little groups. Okay, we'll just call them little groups. No. Groups of parents. It's all CPS related. Hundreds of parents in all these different groups on social media. And we hit all the social media with this warning notice. And I know for a fact it stopped in the year that I kept track with those parents. It stopped more than 600 children being taken. One page. Even with that, we were not 100% successful. We weren't. In fact, just the other day, we failed.
What if we get a mail slot at the door?
What?
Mail slot at the door?
Great. Shove it through. Don't open it. All right.
David, are you doing the same thing in automobiles, just rolling it down just a little bit and anything else?
Yeah.
This, the jurors look something like this, that's what
great, yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
What that is, I can't do the warranty plan, and I keep it in my car. Drive whatever they need. If I got to, I'm just slide it in the window, I have it the same way, you know, I roll everything like that.
Okay, we can remove judges and attorneys from the bar. We do that with a whole bunch of complaints with their ethics department. It's an automatic removal if they've received enough complaints by enough people. I'm going to just say that. Now, here's the issue. Can we abolish the bar? Yes, we can. It's going to take a whole heck of a lot of us writing quo warranto, writs of quo warranto, and we can dissolve their corporate charters. We can revoke the Bar Association Treaty of 1947. That's going to take a lot of us writing a lot of legislators and tell them, don't tell them, demand they dissolve the Bar Association Treaty of 1947. That's going to take a lot of people. But that's how we're going to have to do it. Or, a really cool warranty. Or, I'm going to tell you something that happened. December, a year ago, December 15th, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas stood in front of the news media and told the world that our common law courts are reestablished in America and admiralty law is dead. Now, how long is that going to take to trickle down and dissolve everything? My answer is probably never, unless we enforce it. You know how we enforce it? Fire up your republics, fire up your common law courts, reestablish it. Every time a decision is made, submit it to your Chief Justice. Every state is assigned one of the 9 justices. And they have hundreds of staff members per justice. Huh? Bonnie, who's the one? Where'd she go? I can lose her. Huh?
She's counseling somebody.
Okay, she's counseling somebody, helping somebody. She knows exactly all of them, who they're assigned to. Doesn't matter. You can find out what state, who's assigned to what state. That's who you submit to. All right. See if we can get through these. Minor trust. How do I claim my minor estate? Driving without plates, what to say when pulled over? Hey, this isn't a question. No, it's not even really 10 questions. You wrote this, Bill? This is a whole bunch of questions that aren't even formally really questions. Many of them we've answered. Some of them look like just notes. We've answered that one. The MCO guys are over there. Copyright names. Katie, raise your hand. Trademarks. Trademarks. My wife Bonnie tried to do her own trademark. Spent $250 with the USPTO. She failed. Katie learned their website, read everything, took the time to watch every video and tutorial that they have. Bonnie said, do it for me, Katie. I'll pay you. Katie does it, has it in 2 weeks. She did all mine, she did Bonnie, she does lots of them. She did yours, Tony? She did Tony's.
Bonnie, know what you did wrong?
No. Doesn't matter now, she's gone. I got mine on trademark. Trademark your names. AOR's step one. Trademarks are a little bit down the list. No, you don't want to trademark them all. It gets really expensive. Okay? Your all caps name is important to trademark. The name you use most often. I trademark 2 names. The one they use most often in the media and my all caps name. There's a reason for it. Buying weapons, or buying class 3 weapons. How? I don't know, I just buy arms. Talk to an ATF agent. I says, I don't own any firearms, but I've got safes full of arms. I'm pretty good with them. I like them. They're fun, and they're efficient. And there's a reason for each one of them I got. There is a purpose. And because of your words, putting you in the right juris, that's what makes my gun permit issued December 15th, 1791. And it shall not be infringed. That is my concealed weapons permit. It's also, I can have a gun anywhere, or mine is a post office. Restaurants and bars. I don't care what they say. Because I have enough standing to defend myself. Understand. It is the words you use that determines your juris. It is that simple. And that's the way it is with the law. They can say anything they want. They can do anything they want. Your words determines the juris. What to do when they ask for a filing. Again, where did a 1040 come from? What's its origin? If you're not asking the origin of things, you're close. Abraham Lincoln, thank you. No, you know, there's some reason I love you. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out. I know exactly what. Abraham Lincoln. To fund the war efforts of the Civil War, he created the 1040 bond. And he stood up on stage and he told the American people to help fund the war efforts, buy 1040 bonds. And you may not ever get your money back. It depends on how well we do. So consider it a gift to the U.S. government. That's what he said. And people gave all they could, bought as many bonds as they could, and kept giving money to the U.S. government. And the 1040s has not ended. Everything is a gift. You sign to its accuracy under the pains and penalties of perjury by voluntary compliance. You understood what I just said, right? It hit you? I hope it hit you like a load of bricks. You sign your 1040 form to its accuracy under the pains and penalties of perjury by voluntary compliance. Anything time you give anyone your signature, guess what they do with it? It's permission to create a bond. The definition of signature is giving someone permission to create a bond. Sign your mark. Tattoo it into your forehead. What's your Social Security number? You know your Social Security number by heart? Of course you do. Don't you? What's in your forehead? Your brain.